Hello everyone, this is going to be a bit of a different video and I actually want to make more of these videos in future. So what we're going to do is, I'm in a ropz demo right now. This is from the Blast Major in the third map in the series against Bad News Eagles. So here we're going to review the T-side of ropz. I'm going to see how he played and try to explain as good as possible and give you as much value as I can from this demo. And you can also see how I like to watch demos, and you can also learn from that and watch demos on your own like I will do here. So I want to review this particular T-side because I remember that ropz played really well. I watched the game live, but I don't remember everything, of course. And he was for 15 rounds, 19 kills and 4 deaths. So we're going to look at it and see what he did so well to get so many kills and play that good. So we start here with the pistol round. In this pistol round, we see that FaZe are going to start a bit slow. That's what they usually like doing on pistol rounds. They like to wait a little bit to see if the enemy is going to go for a push, and then they gather up and hit the side. In this situation, they're going to go away. ropz is going to wait here in ups for a little bit, just holding this angle, which is a good angle. And then he's going to start clearing ups. I want you to pay attention how he clears ups, because he does it like this in this pistol round, he does it in gun rounds as well, and it's really good. So first he really quickly picks this angle, and is going to jiggle it once or twice, and then clears every angle. He clears every angle that could have an enemy on it. Clears boiler, clears close left, and then picks here white. And now pay attention to that, he doesn't take first contact, he waits for the enemies to enter short, and then he is going to peek out. So this is something you want to do. You don't want to just go out first from ups, you want to wait for your teammates, and when they get contact, then you can fight pit, moto, site, wherever the contact is from. You don't want to go first because you are an easy target when you go first, and you're just going to die and be useless. It's better to wait a little bit and not get an entry, but get a trade after that, and you're going to be a lot more useful. Here he goes back in ups, which is a good decision. Kerrigan goes through boiler and gets a kill, which is really good. Kerrigan gets even the triple. And ropz is in a strong position here, because from this position, if he needs to, if he takes that decision, he can go through boiler and go to short through here if GXX decides to go towards side, and if Ringen is pushing in. So if he goes through boiler, he is going to be unexpected, but if he also wants, what he can do is he can go through ups from here and he can peek towards the bomb if somebody gets on the bomb. But I don't think this is going to happen in this round, because it's a 2v4 and don't know if Bad News Eagles are going for it. They are kind of trying to take some damage, but they're not really going for it. And ropz goes through boiler, unexpected, because they killed Kerrigan earlier and they thought there's not going to be a second player in boiler. So this is good by ropz. And FaZe get all the kills. Next round, this is going to be an anti-force. ropz buys an AK, 2 flashes and smoke. He's probably going to go on the bridge and spam ups or jump on the other side and hold boiler. So he's going to just spam ups, yeah. The other thing that he could have done is he can jump from here to the other side, to the terrace there, and he can watch boiler from this angle. He can stand there and watch towards boiler, but he does it a bit differently and spams ups. Both plays are good, and I have seen him do both on second round forces. He goes towards this side, he's watching this angle because somebody could have pushed ups, because nobody was watching the ups push. and this is something you have to be aware of. If you start even here, watching towards boiler, you have to be aware that somebody can push ups and fight you from there, because when you are standing here and you are watching boiler, you cannot see him, but he can see your feet. So you sometimes have to crouch or come down from the railing and watch this push. So you see that Phaser going to take top mid here. They have all the control. And ropz is going to start moving in. He jumps into boiler, which is a faster route into ups. He's going to probably clear everything here. He doesn't worry about boiler because his teammates were out top mid and probably already cleared it, so he has that information. And he's watching towards house in case somebody tries to push or if somebody was on the angle. So it's a longer up. ropz is going through ups, which is good. You always, no matter what you are doing, it's great to have a person in ups on your T side, because you don't have to worry about ups. If you don't have somebody going through ups on your T side, somebody can be in ups and you have to worry about it, and it's going to be dangerous. So always having a person in ups is great. And here he again doesn't take first contact, and see what this allows him to do. It allows him to get an easy kill towards graveyard, because the player graveyard is unsuspecting of the ups player, because he just took a fight on short and he saw more people short, so he's fighting short and ropz takes the second contact. And if he went first, he would have gotten shot by 2 people maybe, and he would have died and been useless. So now he goes again on the contact and peeks to one side, gets that kill as well. This is what I was talking about. So that's how you are extremely useful from maps, and that's how you are useful as a lurker on other maps. You just take the second contact and you get the trades in an execute. This is perfect. You don't need to get the entrance, you don't need to go first. This is not your job. Your job is to get the trades. And that's exactly what ropz does, and here he also gets the exit because he is very careful and gets the kill. So this is also something, when you have the bomb planted and when it's one person left, don't just go and turn around. Still be careful, clear the angles, because he can be everywhere just having the gun. And if you get the kill, that's great. If you die, well, that's not good. Here he turned the model towards boiler, which is an easy lineup. You can go a little bit back and see it. He just stands on the corner of the shadow and jump towards it when he's sending the bridge. He's going to jump into boiler here. He's going to watch the angle in case somebody comes through boiler up and tries to fight him. And he's going to start clearing ups. He clears the right side first and then the left side. Peeks short with the flash. The flash was great, it blinded GXX and is a kill on a blind enemy. And here they enter. Now they don't have a person in ups, which can be a little bit risky, but in this situation it's not that bad. It's versus pistols, it's like 3 enemies left, they know information. So it was an easy round here. They didn't have a person in ups, but that's okay, because it was when they were going in, I think it was a 4v3 or something, so you know, it wasn't a big deal. Now we're going to see the first gun round. Phaser most likely going to play it differently, because so far I've only seen rounds that ended quickly. Rounds where they go together as a pack from the beginning of the round. Now they're probably going to play more defaults. They go for a little bit of fast top mid control with the smoke. That is a smoke for long that ropz just threw. It's a smoke that you usually throw when you want to go for a fast top mid control. This is also a molotov for short, which you can also throw instantly after throwing the smoke for fast top mid control. He jumps into boiler here, but Phaser not really doing anything with the utility. They try to kind of fake that they have taken top mid fast, but now Bad News Eagles looks like they're going to clear top mid. ropz is just holding an angle here, which is good. Now again some utility on top mid. ropz just holds this angle, stays here because he doesn't really need to move. I think he heard the boost here, I'm not sure. Now he heard someone dropping. Clears both sides. This time he cleared left first. It's not too big of a deal which one you clear first, you just have to be careful from the other side. So see how he peeked quickly and went back here, so he doesn't get shot from the other side, and when he saw there's no one there, he just picked the right side. So you can quickly pick the right side and go back, and if you didn't see anyone, you can pick the left side. It doesn't really matter too much which way you do it, you can do it either way. So he just stays in here, watches towards spoiler. Peeks into house, takes some control. But FaZe look like they're in B and there's no one on B. They get a kill on A as well, but they're most likely going to go B. ropz wasn't fully focused on the thing that Joan Fortran did. He wasn't, like, you cannot expect that. He went back, he was kind of priming it, but you cannot be fully ready for this. Like, you cannot expect that. So let's see the next round. FaZe obviously have to win this round. Yeah. It was a 4v2, they had the whole side. Wasn't difficult. ropz is going to go towards the bridge again, or he does the jump here, that's the jump I was talking about, and he is going to go on the railing and watch boiler in case somebody peeks. That's the other thing that he could have done on the second round on the anti-force. Now again, nobody is watching the ups push, so he should be careful of that soon. Yeah, there you go, he watches it, crouched as I said. And now he's switching between the two angles. So not much happens here, there's still people in house, but they're not going to peek or push. Now he's going to molly off close, so I can show you the lineup. So he drops down, gets stuck in the corner, aims a little bit above this brown line, and then just jump and run throws. So he runs a little bit and jump throws, and what this molly does is it mollies close here in ups. So if there was anyone close, he would have burnt or fallen back. Here in this case, the two players are a bit further back, so it didn't push them back, but it's still a good motive to also fake that you're taking ups control, but in this situation it didn't fake that they're taking ups control because Bad News Eagles have the information they're in ups and they know they didn't take ups. But if there was nobody in ups, Bad News Eagles would have probably thought that FaZe have just taken ups. So he just stays here in Mexico, watches top mid, watches the other side, and then he goes into B. This is good. As a lurker, you don't have to always watch the flank, you don't have to stay back, you can also go in and help the execute when things are not going perfectly, and that's what he is going to do. He is going to come in, throw an 8, he is going to also plant the bomb here. Triple is not cleared. And then he gets a kill, and this is why I want to be there. Now if ropz was on the other side, if he was still in Mexico, let's say, what would have happened? He would have been just staying there, being useless, and everyone would have died on site and they would have lost the round. But here, he took the kill on Triple with a really good aim. He took the skill on City, and now it's 2v1. he takes a good position. Rain is in a good position as well. Here ropz is going to go in towards ruins on a great timing. And there's no way GXX expects this at this point, so this is going to be a 1 round. There you go. He took the op, he's going to drop it to Brokey. Now again he's going to do one of the two things. He jumps on the terrace and is going to watch boiler in the same way. Now, see that bad news 0 small ups. This is a tell that there's going to be nobody in ups. In this particular situation it doesn't matter, but if you are like here and you hear the molly that is here, you know that there is nobody in ups now. Because if they molly this, it means that they cannot be doing an up setup. I mean, they could be doing something like one here, but it's still unlikely. And the most that they can do is have one player exactly here, just staying there. So if that molly comes in, a lot of the time ups is going to be clear, and the other time is going to be one sitting in boiler or one being here. And after the molly goes out, this person leaves ups and ups is clear. ropz mollies towards boiler to make sure it's clear. He's just going to stay here on the leg for now, facing playing it slowly, draining out utility. They're going to gather up, ropz jumps into ups. Holds this angle, which is a good angle, staying on top of the railing and watching towards boiler. It's very difficult for a city player to clear. You're going to take the kill most of the time, if not all of the time, if a city peaks. So here he goes in ups again, carefully clears. And now again he's not going to go first, he's going to clear out towards graveyard and he's going to throw that support flash on the box. Then he uses some more utility, but his teammates died, so it's a tough round from now and there's not much to do here. So he's just going to save her. There's nothing else you can do. Here, this time he doesn't go on the bridge or on the terrace, he just mollies and he's going to go fast in boiler. This is good. If you go like this while the molly is still burning, they cannot hear you. If you jump and the molly is still burning, nobody can hear you and they don't know you're here. So it's a good thing to do that. He's going to hold the angle here for a bit and then just crouches in here again and holds this angle, which is a good angle. Again a molly in ups comes and that player is doing the same thing here. He just stays here for a bit and goes back. That's what people do when they throw that molly. Again he clears in towards ups. He throws a short smoke and is going to take top mid with it. His teammates are coming as well. He goes in first in this situation. He clears out every corner and they're doing a longer up. He stays in the smoke here. That's not the best thing you can do, but I guess you can do it, sure. He takes city on a timing. Okay, so that's what he was waiting for. He wanted a good timing to take city. And now this is a good thing. He is going to probably kill GXX here. Yes, so that's a good play. Now they're going to go towards city. He even kills Scenario, which is amazing. Now they won the round with this kill. The reason he waited in the trash smoke is so he can have a better timing. Then he got the kill on GXX, who didn't suspect that there is going to be one coming through city. And then he killed the city player, and then he heard this player, because Synopsy probably didn't expect anyone to be close on banana that quickly. But ropz still gets killed, it's okay, Brock is there to trade, and this is a very well played round so far. I don't think Jean Fortin is going to win this round, he is going to even save, I think. He gets 2 nades, he is going to double nade triple, but he gets killed. Again, the ropz goes towards second mid. He's going to play anti-flash. When he looks at the ground like this, it's to prevent the flash that the cities could throw. So, see this position in which Joan Fortin is? He can throw a flash over apps that pops around here. And somebody else could be peeking through here, through the balcony. But when the ropz is looking at the ground like this flash is not going to catch him. And he is going to, after the flash pops, look up towards the balcony and kill the player that's peeking. That's the point for looking into the ground like this. Then he goes fast towards this corner, because you cannot get pushed that quickly. So he knows that there cannot be anyone pushing him, and he can just go towards this corner. He goes in and holds the corner, holds the angle that he was holding in the pistol round, if you remember, so this is a very good angle. He starts spamming into ups, yeah, that's a good spam. If anyone is on the corner, you're going to kill him. Then again clears all of the angles carefully. Ryan spammed the windows, he can kill anyone that's on the boost on short. And they double pick towards ups, this is really good. If you double pick towards ups, you are going to most likely get the kills. If there's 2 people in ups holding you, one open, one rifle, then it can be tough. But if it's one person, he's dead. Even if the other person gets 1 kill, if he's here and he gets one of you, the second guy is going to trade. So when you double pick, if there is one person, he's either dead or he gets one and gets traded, which is to your advantage. And if there is 2, then it depends if you win your fights or not. If you win the fights, amazing, 5v3. If you lose the fights, well, it was unlucky, I guess. So now they have full ups control, which is very strong, and when you have full ups control, you can easily take mid without worrying about boiler or anything like that, and it's much easier to take top mid when you have ups. So now ropz is going to throw a long smoke. He lined up on the line on the carpet there, and he aims here above this brick. You can see where he aims on his crosshair, and he's going to just left click throw. He's going to wait for the smoke. He gets mollied here, he spams a little bit the smoke. He waits out the molly, and I don't know if he's going to go out with the smoke. He throws the molly towards the graveyard and waits for his teammates again, doesn't just go in. Waits for the teammates, the contact comes, he is going to try and go for the trade, slowly, carefully, but he gets killed, that's unlucky. He just Jean Fortin had the better aim, and he defended the site really well, he got 10 kills there. In some rounds this is going to happen, like, you are not always going to find the trade, you are not going to always get the kill, and that's fine. Things like this happen. As long as you're being useful and as long as you're at least trying to get the trades, and if you get the trades most of the time, you're doing an amazing job. It's not a problem that you die sometimes. You cannot play perfectly every round, you cannot win every round, you cannot win 16-0 every game. Even if you do the right play, sometimes you're going to die. Even a play that works 80% of the time still fails 20% of the time. A great play can win you maybe 70% of the time. You can win with that play maybe 80% of the time if it's an amazing play. But this amazing play is still going to fail 20% of the time if it's an 80% play. So if you die doing something, that doesn't mean it's a bad play. If you succeed most of the time with it, it's a good play anyway. So just do the good things. No matter if you fail them sometimes, no matter what you do, sometimes you're going to fail. I don't know if you watched the game yesterday. On the day that I'm recording it's yesterday. It was Australis versus Mouse. Device missed a shot that he's hitting 99% of the time. But he missed it. It happens. It happens to anyone. Even something that works 99% of the time, 1% of the time is going to fail. So don't be afraid of failure. It happens to everyone. You cannot not fail. You cannot be perfect. It's impossible. So Faye's getting up towards banana here. He's going to do a big execute. ropz is there to try and go for the trades. He didn't get the trade, but if Kerrigan didn't get the trade, ropz would have gotten it. So they go in here. ropz is again ready to trade if anything happens. He follows Kerrigan. He's going to plant the bomb. And he's going to take a good position. Here, when you are planting the bomb, or if you are not planting the bomb, if somebody else is planting the bomb, when you hear the sound of the bomb, you have to already be thinking, where do I want to be in this post plant? What position do I want to take? You have to always be thinking about this. Where do you want to stand? Because if you stay in the open, if you don't take a good position, you are going to get killed. You need to take a good position as soon as possible and play it as good as possible. So ropz here instantly goes towards dark, which is a good position. Faze have a decent setup. Brokey on triple. This is something very important. If you have an open triple, when it's a B post plant, it's very easy to win this round. Because from triple you can hold city, you can pick ruins, you can pick banana, you can do a lot of things from triple. So an open triple is very strong. Here GXX is saving, so Faze just exit out of the bomb site. Again, the same motto for he's under the bridge, he aims on the shadow, he looks at the ground, so he doesn't get blinded by the flash that the city could throw. He goes in towards here. He could have also done something else, he could have crouched on that bike, so I'm going to go a little bit back and I'm going to show you what I do sometimes. I'm going to show you two things that I do actually when I go through the door here. First thing I could do is jiggle this angle. So I could be standing here and just jiggling the angle to see if anyone is pushing ups. And another thing that I could do is crouch here on the bike, a bit more to the right, just crouch down and hold the angle with a similar crosshair placement. And if you are holding that angle, you are going to win the fight so much of the time. You are going to win it like 99% of the time, at least from my experience, that's how it is. No matter if I no picks, no matter if I rifle kills, I get the kill. Because I have the perfect crosshair placement on it. It's so easy to get the perfect crosshair placement on it. And just, you hold down the left click, the first bullet is a headshot, the other player is instantly dead. It's a very strong angle. But here, ropz goes towards this angle. He picks in towards subs, and he's going to hold this angle, which is also a great angle. And it works in a similar way. If anyone picks, first bullet is going to be a headshot because of the good crosshair placement. Starts going in. Again, spam this corner. If anyone was on the corner, he would have been dead or he would have taken a lot of damage. He doesn't go in right now because he knows he's playing versus Nico, so there could be people in ups, there could be one person waiting for him, two people waiting for him on a close angle that he doesn't expect, so he doesn't risk it pointlessly against some pistols. The team is getting up towards banana, he is going towards there as well. Go slowly, he is going to be aware of this angle. This is something very important. I have gotten killed by this angle because I didn't clear it properly. You always want to clear this angle properly. No matter if you think there's not going to be anyone, no matter if you think it's 100% going to be clear, still clear it like a normal person, don't just run around. Because when there is a person, you are going to kill him. If there is no person, you didn't waste that much time, you wasted like 2 seconds. Does it matter? Like 2 seconds don't really matter. and you're going to get kills sometimes. Sometimes I don't expect it, I pick it clear, like slowly, I clear it well, and I get a kill. Even if I didn't think anyone is going to be there. I still clear it all of the time. Because when you get killed, it feels really bad. When you get a kill, it feels really good. So just clear it slowly. Don't pointlessly die. Don't die because you were uncareful of something that you should have been careful about. So here ropz is going to watch the flank. He's going to probably throw a flash. I don't know. No, he didn't throw the flash. He took it out, but at the end he didn't throw it. He's going to go in and try to get the trades, but facing it everything anyway. Now again, you have to be thinking about what position to take. The bomb starts to go down, ropz is already in a good position. And everyone is taking good positions right now on phase. I flash towards the greens to push anyone off. But bad news, Eagles are going to save, it looks like. This corner here is great to play, also the other corner can be good to play, and if you are sitting in this corner here, the one next to it, I'm going to show it once ropz goes a bit to the side. This corner here, if you crouch in here and watch towards banana, it's first a great angle towards banana, and second, if somebody is going out of ruins or out of city, you pick on the contact and you're going to get a free kill. So let's say a guy is going out of ruins and he fights with a guy on triple, you just peek out of this corner and kill the guy at ruins. Instantly is a kill. So it's a really good position to play as well. And it's kind of an off angle that the cities don't clear if they're coming from banana. So it's a good after plant position. In this corner that ropz was in, it's also good. Here something I noticed is he actually didn't buy his armor. I don't know why, but usually you want to rebuy the armor. I don't know why he didn't, but I know that when the armor is under 60, you should rebuy it. If it's above 60, you don't need to, but if it's under 60, you have to rebuy it. He goes towards this angle again. He's going to go in ups a little bit faster, and this time he's going to pick the angles and actually clear it, because he knows he's against the gun around. He isn't afraid of random pistols just killing him for nothing. Now FaZe got an opening towards banana, which means you don't have to go for plays. If your team gets an opening towards banana, you don't really need to fully clear ups, you don't need to go for plays unless that's the call. If the call is clear ups, take ups, then you go for it. You clear ups, you take it, everything, you know. If nothing is called, or if go B is called, you don't need to clear ups. Because you can just die or you can get a kill, but if you get a kill it doesn't matter, if you die it matters. So I guess the call is to clear ups, they're going to clear out ups. So this is the thing, sometimes when you get an opening in a default you want to react off of it. Sometimes, but sometimes when you get an opening you want to just continue. This is the two things that you can do, or maybe there are three things. First thing is to capitalize on the opening. So now that they killed B, they could have went B fast. The second thing that you can do is to do what FaZe are doing right now, continue your default, clear everything, play it normally. And the third thing that you can do is just freeze. Just stop, stay on your position and hold for a reaggression from the cities. That is probably going to come. Because when you're on a disadvantage on the city side, you usually want to go for a play. And when you're in a 4v5, you want to turn it in a 4v4, 4v3, you want to go for something on the city side. So these are the three things that you can do when you get an opening on this side. So here ropz was holding a good angle towards holes. If there was a flush, if bad news eagles decided to flush in, ropz can just go to the left and he is going to be hidden when he is blind, so he cannot get killed. And if nobody flashes, he is just going to get the kill because he has a good crosshair placement. Simple as that. So now he goes and holds this angle, which is a good angle. He's going to slowly clear towards graveyard, but doesn't go out again. You just don't want to go out randomly. He's going to throw a smoke here, and he's going to throw a great support flush. He's going to also more pit, so he throws great utility, supports with utility. He's going to go out, get a kill, perfectly played. This is exactly what you need to do. You just need to support your team with utility, you need to support them with trade kills, and that's all you need to do. If you do that, you have done your job perfectly. And now he's again in a good after plant position. They have great positions here. He goes towards mini pit, amazing position for after plants. They have one person in boiler and one person on short. Amazing after plant. But bad news eagles are forced to save again because the trades from phase and the openings are good. So here ropz is going to survive in pits. His armor is low and it takes more damage. So when your armor is low, the bomb is going to take more damage. If you have full armor and the bomb is planted right here, where it was planted now, if it's planted right here or on the other side, it's going to take you 52 damage. If you're in pit and you have full armor in this corner, it's going to take you 52 damage. So remember that. If your armor is less, like if your armor is 80, 70, 60, whatever, if it's low, it's going to take a bit more damage. As you saw, I think it right now took 57 damage to ropz. So if you have 60 HP, you can survive in pit, no problem. Here he jumps towards here again. This is something that is important. You want to do different things. You want to switch up your play. ropz didn't buy armor again. I believe right now he can get killed by 4 shots from an M4. I don't know why he's not buying armor. I think he just forgot. So here, this is something important. You want to do different things. Now bad news heroes don't know anything that ropz has done almost. They don't know how many times he has started here, they don't know how many times he has started somewhere else. And something I was doing before is, if the enemy doesn't know what I did, I'm gonna just keep doing it. You don't have to do that, you have to just switch it up, no matter if your enemy knows what you did, no matter if they don't know what you did, just switch it up. It's going to help you a lot. Again, he's going to switch between the two angles. He's going to molly. So facing getting cup, they're going to take top mid most likely. The ropz is going to jump in boiler again. See, this is the pattern. ropz knows what to do. ropz knows how to react to his teammates. You've seen every time they're in this situation that he's on the terrace there and his team is taking top mid, he always jumps into boiler because he knows that this is the best thing that he can do in this situation. He can, while his teammates are taking top mid, he just clears zaps, and now if they want to go away, they have everything cleared and they just need to execute. So he just stays around tabs here. He is going to check holes. And going to go on the angle that he went on last round. He's going to clear graveyard. Now, this is a bit different. This is a bit of a different situation. So what he does in this situation is, it's a 4v3. So you can do it a bit differently, because this time you actually need to get a kill. So he comes on this angle and holds towards long, and he's going to probably get this kill. Yes, this is what you want to do. You cannot always play the same, you cannot always react the same. This round they were on a disadvantage, so he decided to go a bit more aggressive and hold an angle that can get him a kill. He perfectly read the situation, he held that angle, he got the kill, and now this is a winnable round. Because before it would have been more difficult to win this round. Now it's technically a 3v1 on the A-bomb side. So let's see if they win this. Throws the flashes, gets the trade perfectly on a blind person. Amazingly played again. Okay, here Twist was ready for this player, ropz got blinded. Again, good positions. This is amazing setup again. Twist is positioned right now. I want you to always have a person in this position. Maybe not every time, but most of the time you need to have a person here. This position is so strong. This is one of the strongest positions on the A side. You want to have a person here. He can hold short, and he is never going to get cleared by a short player. He can hold ups, and the ups player will struggle to clear him. And if there is somebody coming from long, most of the time he is also not going to clear him. So you have 3 angles. The 3 angles that the enemies can come from is difficult to clear you, and it's an amazing position to win clutches. I have won so many 1v1s, 1v2s from this position. I have gotten so many kills. This is the easiest position and the best position. Maybe not the absolute best, but in so many situations this is the best position I have gotten. Again, so many kills, so many clutches. Use this position. It's amazing. Also, pit is a great position, mini pit is a great position, ups is a great position. There are many great positions, you just have to see what works best for you and see how to use it. So again, Bad we see you saving. ropz taking little damage, now he bought armor because his armor was on 0. He's going to stay further back this round, just watching towards the balcony. Moves in a little bit. That's another thing you do, you can just watch the angles from further back. Here he's going to throw the same molly, aims above the line, run and jump throw, and he mollies close-ups. Good mode to throw. This is a long smoke, I don't know the lineup, I haven't really looked too much into it. You can look into that lineup, but there are easier ones that you can throw. He just goes into ups again. Again, it's in boiler, so he doesn't have to worry about angles to the left. Again, he's going to jump out and throw some kind of a smoke, probably. Does the sound drop, ropz is taking caps. And FaZe are going to end up here again. So ropz does the same thing, he takes this angle, he clears towards graveyard, he clears towards there. He would have gotten that kill if Kerrigan didn't, so well played. He needs pit against supporting with utility. This is a good flash to throw when your teammates are coming from long, because this flash is going to blind the player in mini pit in this situation. There's an open mini pit, I believe. Yeah, it's an open mini pit, so ropz can just jump on top of him and kill him. Or Ryan can kill him as well. ropz stays on the balcony, which is good. Staying on the balcony can be really useful exactly because of this, because the player can run through the motor smoke, can run through the library smoke, can run through whatever smoke, and can catch you off when you're not ready. But if you stay on the balcony and you're ready for it, you're going to get the kill when somebody goes for it, something like this from the enemy team. Now he's just going to stay around the balcony. Maybe he would drop down, I don't know. But everything would have been good in this situation because he knows the positions. He knows he can be in pit, he can be in mini pit, he can be in graveyard, he can stay in ups, he can do whatever. And he knows how to use all the positions to their best. This is very important. Learn the positions and how to use them to your best. This is mostly going to come through watching demos like this, through learning from videos like mine. Every position can be good Well, not every, but most positions can be good as long as you know how to play them. If you know how to play ups, if you know how to play graveyard, pit, mini pit, whatever, if you know how to play them, you can use them to their best and you can win the rounds from them. You can get many kills, you can get many clutches. So just learn. Learn as much as you can and you can always learn something new. ropz does a similar thing again. Yeah, he's playing the round similar, so he has a few different things that he does, and he just switches it up. So that's what you also need. You have to have a few different ways to play, and just switch them up. Shuffle them. Play a different way, and you're going to feel way better when you have different things to do. You're going to feel unpredictable, and you're going to be unpredictable, and you're going to be a great player if you have those different plays that you're going for. And if your reactions are good. In terms of reactions, I mean reacting to your teammates, reacting to information, and reacting to your enemies. Here again clears the angles. Goes in, does the same thing, holds this angle for a little bit. We got an opening on long, there's nobody on A, but they obviously don't know that, so they're going to go a bit slower, going to wait a little bit. They're waiting for a regression, the regression comes, this is what I was talking about. When you're on a disadvantage, you want to search for something on the city side. FaZe got two openings, so what did they do? They did a third option that I was talking about. Freeze and wait for a regression, and they got a kill, and now they're going to go into the site. Probably. They keep holding for a little bit, okay. Another regression comes, they get killed. Now they know there's still people B. Or maybe they saw only one. Looks like they saw only one. So they go in here. And now they know they probably both have been there, or one was towards library, arch, something like this. And bad news Eagles have to save again, because of the great openings and the good hold for regression. ropz is going to hunt some kills. I don't know if he's going to get the kill. Again, what I talked about in the first round. Be careful. You're hunting for saving players, yeah, it doesn't really matter too much if you die or you don't. But if you die, well, not good that you just died because you were careless and just ran around with your knife out. Play it carefully, you're not losing anything by playing carefully. If you play carefully, you're not losing anything. If you die, you lost your gun, you lost some utility if you didn't throw over your utility, you lost your armor. But if you play carefully and you get kills, that's great. If you die while you're playing carefully, well, fine, you just lost a duo. It happens to everyone, as I said, you cannot be perfect. So if you just lose a duo, it's fine, you played the correct way, you played carefully, you tried to clear all the angles, you just lost your fight. ropz wins his fight though. He throws smoke, he's protecting himself as much as possible, he's playing it as well as he can. Doesn't matter that it's just after the round and the round is won and everything. He just tries to get the kills and there go. This is great, he got the kills. Now bad news Eagles don't have saved guns, they don't have as much money, they have to spend more money on the buy. So say, he didn't lose anything by playing carefully, but he did a lot of economical damage, which is very important. Again playing anti-flash, going in. So ropz does this, you can do also what I did, you can go towards the balcony, you can hold from further back, you can do everything you want. Just switch it up. Now there's going to be a setup in ups and let's see if ropz does what I was talking about, clearing every angle carefully when he goes in ups. He spams there, he is being careful, focused, and he gets the kill. That's it. Clearing the angles well and being focused. He storms towards Rose here. And he's going to stay around here for now. He smokes long, so they're going to fake that they're taking top mid. Try to keep players towards A. They're freezing right now, waiting for some kind of regression. They're deciding what to do in the meantime. And it looks like they might go towards A. Still waiting for the regression. They lose a fight there. So now they know to go fast A because there was a lot of people banana. It's actually all people banana. So they have to go fast. G6 gets a kill. Now this is a bit of a tough situation, 2v4. ropz was a flash there, that's a good flash, taking the bomb. Now it's a 2v4, but you have to play it like any other round. Try to get a good position, and this is good here, what he does. He exploits the gap in the smoke, he gets the kill. But they lose the round again. He tried to play as well as he can. This was a good play here, staying on long instead of going towards a position, because Badnus Eagles were fast. If he tried to go towards here, which is a great position, they would have probably still lost the round, because Badnus Eagles were just too fast. So he tried to react to the enemy, what I talked about, reactions, and tried to get the kills. He got 1 kill, they lost the round, whatever. Like, play next round, play next half. Don't worry about it too much, because you couldn't have done too much. Maybe you could have pulled off a hero play, but that doesn't happen every round, so just don't worry about it. And this was everything from this demo. As I said, we only watch this side. I can sometimes maybe do full demo reviews, so I can watch both T and city side. You can tell me in the comments if you want me to do that, or if you want me to keep doing it like this, where I explain one side, because if I explain both sides, it's going to be a very long video, so I can just do it in separate videos, and I think it's going to be better that way. So, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, if you learned something new, I hope you learned a lot of things from this. Just leave a like, subscribe to my channel to not miss out on any upcoming content, and thank you for watching.